What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? In a world of inaction, overpromising, and under-delivering, an entrepreneur is someone who is not afraid of sacrifice or risk of failure. An entrepreneur is someone who prefers passion over all other forms of compensation. An entrepreneur is someone who chooses to work while all others are out playing. An entrepreneur's drug is impact. They are addicted to it. The entrepreneur knows one simple truth. They will make it. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely.
Yes, welcome everybody to a very special 5 Across event where tonight we're going to kick off our 15-year anniversary. I'm Brian. I am honored to be with you all this evening as we take a huge step forward in our mission to become the top pitch competition in the country. Now, many of you know this already, but 5 Across is part of a bigger purpose that we have at Awesome Inc., where we exist to serve entrepreneurs and help others pursue their definition of awesome. It serves as an entry point into this pipeline that is meant to serve entrepreneurs at every step along their way as they grow their company. So if you're here tonight and you've got an idea, or maybe you're here tonight and you're working for a growing company, or perhaps you're an investor that wants to invest in startups, there's a place for you in this entrepreneurial ecosystem. And we encourage you, in fact, we beg you to please find that place and get engaged in this community, because that's what makes our community so special here in Kentucky, is that we have engagement across the entire stack. Now, 15 years ago, we started this event to be a launch pad for entrepreneurs and ideas. And 325 pitches have presented from this stage over that time period. Many of them have gone on to be successful businesses, created jobs, added value for our Commonwealth. And tonight, we're taking it to a whole nother level. The winner of tonight's event is going to pitch at a December event called the 5 Across Finals, where we're going to be putting on the largest startup event that's ever been held in the state of Kentucky. You do not want to miss this celebration on December 3rd at the Kentucky Theater. There's only 800 tickets available, so if you want to be there, I recommend you get your phone out, scan this QR code, and go ahead and register. And in fact, this is the first time that tickets are being sold, so the first 5 people that register tonight, I will personally find you and I'll get you a prize. As long as you got to be here at the end. As long as you're here at the end, I'll find you and get you something special. All right? So what started 15 years ago as a simple pitch competition with just a handful of people, well, tonight we're going to take this to the next level, and we're excited that you guys get to be a part of that. But none of it would be possible if it wasn't for some of our generous sponsors. So I want to have you guys join me in thanking our title sponsor for the 2025 5 Across season. Please give it up to Kinetic by Windstream. Yes, thank you, Kinetic. Kinetic, not only do they have the fastest internet that I've ever experienced, we have it down at our office at Awesome Inc., but they're also very good at engaging in the community and supporting the entrepreneurial ecosystem, and they play a critical part in that. I also want to thank our presenting sponsor, Craft & Care Dental Company. Let's give it up to Craft & Care. Yes. Now, you guys, I can tell, all have beautiful smiles, and I love your smiles. Let's keep them that way, and let's have our friends at Craft & Care help us out in keeping them that way. A few other sponsors that I want to shout out to: Awesome Inc., Apex Software, Team Kentucky, the Cabinet for Economic Development, and the University of Kentucky College of Communication and Information. So, quick round of applause to these other sponsors and supporters. And the last group that I want to give a shout out to, we have 5 different universities that are represented tonight. We've got entrepreneur clubs from Transylvania University, the University of Kentucky, Berea College, BCTC, and Asbury University. So thank you to all of those entrepreneur clubs. We look forward to working with you guys throughout the entire year as we celebrate a special year of 5 Across. At this point, I'm going to hand it off to your MCs for this evening. So please, everybody, stand up as we welcome our MCs. Yes. Your first MC of the evening, Superman calls him the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Please welcome Garrett Farbach. All right, your next MC for the evening. Everybody has something to like when she is on the mic. Jacqueline Benson.
That was so much more graceful than mine. Heck yeah. Well, before we get this show on the road, feel free to grab a seat. Feel free.
What a great crowd to start the
Great
year.
crowd. First time we've done this arrangement. How we like to feel if you've been here before? Is it good? It's good?
Amanda
Okay.
likes it.
Some
Okay.
people, some
All right,
people.
great.
All right. Real quickly, if this is your first time coming to 5 Across, make some noise. First time.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a big crowd. And if you've been to 2 or more 5 Acrosses, make some noise. We got a
Okay,
bunch of first-timers.
veterans.
Yeah.
Veterans got conquered that time. Well, if this is your first time to 5 Across, welcome. Again, if you're veterans, you know what to expect tonight. Before we get tonight's event kicked off, we're going to go over a couple of rules. So dial in, watch this funny sketch that our team did, and we'll be back momentarily.
All right, after it.
Ahoy, aloha, awesome 5 Across attendees, advocates, and avid admirers of ambitious adventures.
Bring the fun.
Before we begin this bonanza of business, behold the basics.
Can't wait.
Contestants can take 5 clicks around the clock to cast their cantankerous contraptions, crazy conundrums, and cleverly constructed companies to the crowd,
Dare I say,
during which they'll demo dazzling developments, declare dubiously, and deviate from the dull desk jobs of their descendants.
electric.
Eccentric and eclectic as an elephant that expedites envelopes, these entrepreneurs have every ounce of energy emptied into every epic escapade.
I'm feeling festive.
For these founders are the future with no fear of failure.
Good gravy.
Guinea pigs for great gadgets and ghastly goofs.
Holy moly.
Helping us hold on to hope from horses to horticulture.
Incredibly important.
Innovative ideas imminently incoming.
Just sit here?
Jump for joy once the judges justify their jewel.
Kentucky competitors?
Kentucky? Kith and kin confirmed. And Kinetic is keeping the internet connection kicking.
Lexington, allegedly.
Local legends leap from Lexington, Louisville, Lebanon, and Litchfield to leave us with lots of learnings and lessons.
Make me a meal?
Magnificent munchies must be manufactured and mashed by Mandible.
New friends?
Needless to say, never before networking is next.
Oh?
Oh, the opportunities onboarding our oculars are obviously the opposite of opposition.
Program, perhaps?
Positively. awesomeinc.org/program precisely. Plus potential partners, payments, and prizes for all people and pitch participants.
Quick!
Quivering and quaking as qualified judges quiz with questions.
Right on.
Ready, set, rads. Reveal your reviews, recommendations, and rankings right on rads.com.
Slow clap.
Certainly do so if the startup speaks past 60 seconds times 5. Soon to be surreptitiously sequestered if their spiel was a success story or a stinker.
Time's up.
Tick-tock.
Under pressure.
Unicorns unearthed.
Victorious.
Very vivacious.
What a whirlwind.
Winners will rewind this winter.
Explosive.
Exactly.
Yikes, it's cold out here.
Yep. Yikes.
Zippity-doo-dah.
Zippity-zay.
My oh my.
What a wonderful day.
For a pitch competition, or in other words,
5 startups, 5 minutes each, 5 across.
Yeah! 5 Across, baby! All right.
Hope you guys could follow along with the funny antics our team put together.
That's true. That's true.
If not, we've got a few reminders for you.
Okay, so again, if you're first time here, we are all about rule number 17, which means bring the fun. Y'all are the energy for the entrepreneurs pitching tonight, so use those noisemakers, clappers, smile. These folks are doing something pretty bold tonight, and we want to encourage them on to continue their entrepreneurial ventures.
And up on the screen, every pitch has 5 minutes. If that countdown gets to 0, we're going to kindly let them know that their time is up and slow clap them off the stage. Let's go ahead and practice that really quick.
Yeah, just like that, we'll call it done. Good job, good job.
A reminder, we do not slow clap our judges. They take about 3 minutes or a question apiece.
Sweet. And then last one, arguably most important. Jacqueline, take it away.
You're going to go over to
awesomeinc.org/program
and rate tonight's pitches.
So you guys get to be the judges and act as if you were these companies' investors. So speaking of, tonight we have some cash money on the prize. 500 cold hard smackaroos for one of the winning entrepreneurs to give them a little runway, a little celebratory prize for tonight. But there's a larger picture, a larger story. So this is the first event for the calendar year 2025. The winner gets their place solidified for December's final event that Brian talked about, the biggest, baddest pitch competition we've ever had, where someone will take home $5,000 cold hard cash, but more importantly, a $50,000 safe note investment from the funding partner of KFCC called Keywords Capital. So some investment money going to be sown into a potential company tonight, later in the year.
It's a lot of money up for grabs in 2025, but something new for this year to help celebrate getting us to the biggest entrepreneur event in the state of Kentucky in December is we are giving away you guys $50 tonight. Somebody in this audience is going to win just for being here and checking in. You are now an official startup supporter, and we want to celebrate you and thank you for being here. And so when you're present to win later this evening, we are giving somebody a nice, smaller, giant check for $50 just for being here.
But what does this also entail throughout the rest of the year?
Thanks for bringing that up, Garrett, because that's also exciting. If you come, the more events you come to, the more chances you have to win your own $500 in December, just for being a supporter and coming to Five Across. So every event you come to, you exponentially get more chances to win.
Cool.
It's a pretty good gig.
That's if my friend Cam Sloss is in the room, he would say that's a free trip to Disney. So maybe it's going to happen. What's up, Cam? All right. How we feeling, y'all? We feeling well? Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Well, here's what's coming up next. We're going to introduce all the entrepreneurs. Please hold your applause until after we name every one of their companies. So entrepreneurs, can we have you stand up? We're going to introduce you to the crowd. Feel free to turn and face. These are the folks that you're rooting for. To kick things off tonight, we have Honora with the Nori Project.
We've got Nemeka with Zation.
Hold on, let's wait till the end, We got Andrew with the excellent Eco Shell.
We've got Ross with Share My Stars.
And then wrapping up, Jawad with DataRovers. Now, let's give these folks a nice round of applause. Well, y'all, we're so proud of you. Somebody's going to be the winner tonight. Feel free to grab a seat. And we're excited to see the competition and have you all set the tone well for the calendar year 2025.
It's going to be a great night.
Okay. Is it that time?
I think it's that time.
DJ, Pond Replay, can you hit that track? All right. If you're a newbie, this is new for you, but if you're veterans, let's stand up. We're going to bring up the judges. If you're on the aisle, turn yourselves in, make a tunnel as we bring in the judges. First up tonight, venture and patent partner at Frost Brown Todd, patent attorney. Give it up for Vince Ventry!
He's the managing director of Castellon Group, LLC. It's Barry Brock!
Right on, and last but not least, venture investor, partner, advisor, mentor, and my personal friend. Give it up for the one, the only Dan Baldy! Woo. That was good.
That's great.
All right,
Keep
y'all.
that energy up.
How we feeling?
Fun's just getting started.
Wait. I asked, how are we feeling? There we go.
Wow, they brought some Garrett energy to that response there.
Well, speaking of energy, Jacqueline, I think it's time that we bring out our friend, Sweet Kevin. Can
Sweet
everyone
Kevin.
say hi, Sweet Kevin?
Hi, Sweet Kevin.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want music next event.
Okay.
They get the fun music. I don't get anything. But I do get new friends. One of my new friends is Grant, and he brought a whole crew with him. And crew, if you want to stand up to answer this trivia question, we can all stand up together. We're all in this together, just like High School Musical.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, guys. Not only is there things on the line for our pitches tonight, but also our trivia contestants. Grant and his crew are going to answer a trivia question for 60 free minutes of arcade play at the main event off of Nicholasville Road. If you've never been, go and have a good time. But, Grant and crew, here we go. What do you call places where it's hard to find affordable, healthy food because grocery stores are just too far away? We have A, internet cafes, B, food deserts, C, Amazon warehouses, or D, no food moods, which I might be in one of those right now.
Feels like Arby's.
Here we go. Put your heads together. What do we think? What do we think? And Isabel, I'm gonna let you answer this.
Grant says B.
Grant says B, according to his friend, and he would be correct.
Right.
Great job.
Alrighty. Well, part of 5 Across is you get your cardio in, so let's stand back up as we kick tonight off. Turn yourselves to the middle, and let's welcome up my friend and yours, Honora with the Nori Project. Come on up, Honora.
What's good, Lexington, Kentucky? Yes, give it up. I'm Dr. Honora Morton, but before I was Dr. Honora Morton, I was a poor kid in the projects. And then I became a first-gen college grad, and then a lawyer. So ego was out the roof, right? But I was quickly humbled when I was living in the west end of Louisville, Kentucky, especially during COVID. I quickly realized that no grocer would deliver food to me because of where I lived. And that was my breaking point. I felt that no matter how many glass ceilings I shattered, no matter how many degrees I obtained, I couldn't get the basic necessities. I couldn't get fresh, healthy food. So I thought about the time I spent back in Japan. There were vending machines everywhere, y'all. I'm talking vending machines on the sidewalk, indoors, outdoors, selling all of these things. I stewed on that for about 2 years, and I started Nori. Nori is a startup revolutionizing healthy food access. We help people that struggle to access healthy food by providing them with affordable, locally sourced healthy food accessible to them 24/7. And we do this through our network of cutting-edge Japanese-inspired vending machines. So at Nori, we believe that having access to healthy food is a basic human right, right? But we also acknowledge that there's several challenges to getting healthy food. 9 times out of 10, getting healthy food takes entirely too much time, money, and travel. And if you really think about it, no American person truly has widespread, convenient access to healthy food. Until now, that is. At Nori, we provide ready-to-eat healthy meals, snacks, drinks, all the things through our ultra-modern vending machines placed on your sidewalks and your office places and your study spaces and beyond. On top of that, our meals are culturally relevant, our produce locally sourced, and all unsold food gets donated. Aw, thank you. So if you can't tell by now, we're not your typical vending machine company. So we're not selling stale salads out of a jar, farmer's fridge, nor are we selling cheap junk food out of cheap metal machines. With Nori, I'm talking healthy food you actually want to eat, from vending machines that are a refrigerator, computer, and microwave all in one. My goal is to be so widespread that any person can take a quick walk down the street, access our machine, get a healthy treat. But in the meantime, we're focusing on our B2B revenue stream, Nori On Site. With Nori On Site, it's for organizations that are committed to the well-being of the community that they serve. So think of libraries, schools, hospitals, community centers such as the Urban League. For just a quarterly fee, these organizations can have a healthy food hub right where they work and gather for their employees, visitors, customers, all that. And we run everything. We do the operations, we stock the machines, we donate all the food surplus. Think about it as like a mini cafeteria, but much better. Obviously, it takes up less space, less cost, less overhead. Unlike Farmer's Fridge, we're not limited to airports because we don't rely on B2C sales for profitability. Those locations that don't have high foot traffic get converted to Nori on-site customers. That way we can ensure we can get healthy food to where it's wanted and needed without sacrificing profitability. And in the 2.4 years since I came up with this phenomenal idea, we've graduated 2 top accelerators in the state. We've raised over $185,000, and we're running out of an inventory. That's great. We've got 2 more machines left before we get started on pre-sales. Isn't the world a better place when you can do good things by people and make a lot of money at the same time? I'd say yes, especially after being a public defender. So, the Japanese vending industry brings in about $60 billion a year compared to the United States, 22. That's a $38 billion gap. Nori's gonna fill that gap. And we're gonna start working on filling that gap with our first $1 million to be raised with just 28 vending machines. My team consists of 3 phenomenal advisors with 30+ years of food entrepreneurship experience and 2 successful food tech exits. So my ask for you today is I want you to form a warm connection between me and a decision maker at a place that you want to see a Nori vending machine. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. That was wonderful. Can you talk a little bit about how important is the machine and this Japanese vending machine to the business model, and what's so special about it? And are you having to import those into the U.S. from Japan, or are you going to develop them here?
So that is a phenomenal question. Thank you for asking that. Your first question was how important is the machine? It's not. So what we're working on is buy, move, sell. I want you guys to remember that. Buy, move, sell, with the emphasis on the move, right? So with our vending machines and also with the healthy food that we provide through them, we're focusing on, is it a super cool vending machine that makes you go, wow? Yes, bottom line, okay? Is the food healthy to our standards? Yes, okay, let's do it. So that's not important to us. Eventually, yes, once we get wide scale, we wanna make our own vending machines, have our own food, all of that stuff. But until then, it's not important because we're revolutionizing healthy food access. And that's where that move comes in of the buy, move, sell.
Hey, Nora, it's Dan. Great presentation. So where are the 2 machines right now that are deployed?
So the 2 machines right now, we've got 1 machine at Story Louisville. It's a co-working office in Nulu in Louisville. And then our second one is going to be at Shawnee Library in the west end of Louisville in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. What do you think is the payback period? So the cost of the machine and how long it has to be there for you to get
to pay off the machine.
To pay off, yeah, just so it's like profitable.
Right. So with our Nori on-site B2B revenue stream, we're getting those quarterly deposits. It's a subscription fee. So we've got, in this picture, you see our hot meal vending machine. That's the one that's equipped with the internal microwave. It's more expensive than the other one, which is our essentials machine. It's a smart fridge. It's AI powered. So depending on which machine, there may be a longer payoff period, but we make sure that with each contract we get, that it's paid off after a maximum of 6 months.
6 months. And does the business pay you to put it in, or?
So yes. So with Nori on site, yes, that's how that works. So with the library, they're paying me a quarterly fee, that subscription fee. We do everything, and the food cost is included in that. So we stock the food, we do any maintenance if it's needed, anything like that. We let the library set the sales prices on the machine, and they get to keep 100% of the sales on the machine, so long as they pay that quarterly fee.
Thank you.
And how do you determine a good location for one of the units?
So that's the thing. Like with Farmer's Fridge, their good locations are airports, other things with extremely high foot traffic. But because we're focusing on access and getting the healthy food where it's needed and where it's wanted, we want it to go wherever it can. So with Shawnee Library, obviously they don't have high foot traffic, not like an airport. That's why we kick in with Nori on site. So we make sure that if they want us there, we can get there to give their people that healthy food.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you,
Great
guys.
job, Nora.
Great
I'll take the clicker. You do the mic.
What a
All right,
great start
folks.
to the evening.
Exactly. Great start.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of great starts, we already had one with Sweet Kevin.
Well,
Sweet Kevin,
first,
where you at?
Before Kevin gets too far into his trivia, because he gets super
You're right.
excited.
You're right. I got
We're
excited.
going to remind everybody to go to
awesomeinc.org/program
and give Nora with Nori your rating on her pitch. Takes you a couple seconds, and we'll do that after every pitch this evening.
That's right.
Okay, now I know you're so excited.
I'm so excited.
So excited.
Now let's welcome up Sweet Kevin.
Garrett, you left your phone over here. I'm slacking Brian right now to get me a raise. 'Cause
Sounds
I'm doing
good.
Such a good job coming from your Slack name, so thank you for that. All right, I'm here with my new friend Brennan. So Brennan, you saw how well the first group did. Let's see if you can follow it up. All right, Brennan, how many student groups does a typical college campus have? And if you don't know, Brennan is an expert in the field, so
Yes.
I'm sure he's gonna nail this. Is it A, 1 to 20 groups, B, 20 to 50, C, 50 to 200, big jump there, or D, 500 to 1,000?
Big jump.
Brennan, what do you think?
I see you're thinking
I'm
about
gonna go with C.
He's gonna go with C, just
thought
like
about it really
all
good.
of his answers on the ACT, and he would be correct.
Way to go.
Good job, Brennan.
Queued you up right there, Mr. College student. That was nice.
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, it's that time again to welcome up another pitch. Everybody stand up on your feet and let's give a warm welcome to our second pitch of the evening. It's Nemeko with Zation.
Good morning, Lexington, Kentucky. Like I was introduced, I'm Nemeka Okafor. I go to UK, a senior major in computer science, and I'll be telling you all about Zation today and how we've been gamifying campus engagement for students. So all the students in the house, this is for you. Right now, 50% of colleges report difficulty in keeping students engaged around the country. And in fact, for every 2 students in college, there's one who's severely detached from the campus resources, and I like to call them the disconnected students. They're usually characterized by things like a higher dropout risk, disconnected from school resources, mental health, poor academic performances, and the like. So as these kind of students kind of persist in schools and institutions, we start to see an effect in the school at large. In fact, right now, colleges lose more than $16 billion a year in lost revenue due to dropouts and attrition. So we kind of see a trend here. Low engagement, lack of involvement from students leads to increased attrition, and that in turn leads to lost revenue, unfulfilled school missions, and poor reputation of the university. So it's no surprise that schools right now spend millions every year in an aim to solve this problem, but yet students are still highly disengaged. Well, good thing I'm working on Zation, because that's what we're here to solve. So after looking at multi-million-dollar companies and social media brands around the country and how they've managed to grasp the attention of millions of users around the world, the logical next step seemed to kind of bring those same concepts and empower campuses to do the same on their campus. So the process basically works in simple steps. As a student, you attend an event, you get points for attending those events, and then you're able to exchange those points for rewards, merch, discounts, or other things the school wants to offer. And automatically, we start seeing the engagement of students go through the roof. And this isn't just mere speculation. Right now, we've tested this with student organizations around the country, including mine, for example. In the club I run, after using Zation for about a semester, we saw more than 100% increase in our attendance and engagement in the club. And even talking to other student clubs on my campus in UK that use the platform, one of my friends told me that after using Zation, they had to book a bigger room for their events just because the one they had before couldn't hold them anymore. Right now, we have 170 clubs signed up, 400 events created, and more than 600 users. And these are some of the institutions and colleges whose clubs use our platform. As for our business model, we have 3 phases. Right now, we'll start up with phase 1, which is basically a simple subscription-based model for universities. So schools basically provide this software to their clubs and to students and start seeing the results. And then we'll roll on to phase 2. We will introduce third-party vendors and allow them to sell products on our platform by incentivizing students to use their points to buy their products at discounted rates, and then we take a percentage cut for that. And then phase 3 will be more of advertisement revenue. So with this, after talking to multiple startup founders in the ecosystem and surveying other similar applications and software with similar impact, 100,000 a year in revenue was the sensible estimate we came up with of what we can potentially make for each institution. And with the 6,000 colleges in the US, we're looking at a $600 million a year addressable market. As for the team, I am Neme Kalkafor, the founder and lead engineer. I'm a CS student at UK, and I have multiple big tech experience in software engineering, mostly internships. So I've worked at Amazon where I deployed features on the Amazon shopping app to millions of users around the world. And I'm also pretty involved on campus. I'm the president of my student organization. And then we have Chisom, who's the sales rep and sales lead, and Onika, who's the second software engineer. Thank you. Feel free to contact us here and keep in touch with us on our LinkedIn page. And I hope you all join us as we elevate the Blue Nation with Zation. Thank you.
Hey, to make a great job, and it's a cool idea.
Thank you.
So, can you describe some of the events? You had put 600 events. What are the events that they're doing on campus?
So, basically on campus, a lot of clubs just have regular events. Like, it depends on the club. So, like my club, we're an engineering club, so we host study sessions, we host trivia nights, movie nights, and the likes. So, different clubs on campuses, just those random little events they host on a regular basis. That's what they use our platform to host. They use that to track attendance and then reward their members for attending those events.
Yep.
And then their members, so from that data, we generate leaderboards and they can exchange their points for different things on campus.
Got it. So I remember a couple of years ago, I don't know what the business model was, but somebody was talking about this similar problem, like engagement at college. Is there a competitor? Is there somebody that's doing this right now that's the #1 competitor in the market, or has nobody really been successful with it?
So as far as competition goes, our main competitor would be like a company like Campus Labs, for example, because they mostly provide colleges with stats, analytics, and on their engagement, but then nothing directly to help them actually increase their engagement. So with Campus Labs, colleges can only track their engagement on campus, but then there isn't something directly with the same model we have where it's like we're actively rewarding students for engaging on campus.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So what beta has the largest number of people on the platform?
So we have a club that has about, since the last time I checked, 105 members using our platform.
Okay, and do you have any engagement statistics from that of how engaged, how often they're interacting with the software?
Yes, so on average about 2 times a week. That's usually the average time that clubs have events on campus. So they usually come back for more, and then we have an active community on Discord asking for features, requesting things, and just wanting more of the platform, essentially.
Do any of the engagements you have right now, are those paid engagements with the universities or those with the clubs individually? And how did you arrive at the $100,000 per university number?
So the engagement we have right now are with the clubs directly, and we're now trying to move into doing it directly with the university, because that would be much easier, because there's a barrier with clubs having to use the platform their university provides and then using our platform also. So hopefully with Zation, eventually we'll get universities to provide our platform to their clubs, and that's the goal right now. And then with the 100,000, just speaking with and networking with other founders who are selling to universities and the kind of prices such software around engagement kind of costs, and then the impact and the amount of money we're potentially saving them every year was how we just got about the $100,000 a year.
All right, great job, Rebecca! Alrighty.
Just moving right along with all these wonderful pitches this evening. And another reminder, while we're moving along through our program, to go ahead over to awesomeinc.org/program.
There we go.
And give Nemeka a quick rating.
Yep. Act as if you were his investor, willing to put up $100,000 of your own money. That's what we want from this crowd. So, that said, now, Sweet Kevin, where you at, man?
Switching it up over on this side of the room, and let me say, the air conditioning is working just fine over here. It feels amazing. It was hot over there. There's a lot of people in here, so if this is your first time again, make some noise. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm here with my new friends, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the sweetest pullover Garrett Christmas me this year.
What size is that? It's a medium. He gets an extra large. I wear a medium.
Old and fat.
Okay.
Speaking of fat and large,
gosh, where's this
here
going?
we go, Marcus. Which bird lays the biggest egg? Is it A, the ostrich? I'm not doing the noise. Is it B, Big Bird? If you're familiar with Sesame Street, you're probably too young. Is it C, the cardinal? Or is it D, Larry Bird? He had a horrible coaching career at Indiana, laid a lot of eggs. Yeah, what do we think? Largest egg.
I think A.
She thinks A, and Marcus is smart because he let her talk, because she is correct.
It's an ostrich.
Good job.
Great
Good
job.
job. It is
Way
the
to
ostrich.
go. Well, speaking of Larry Bird,
Eggs.
Big Bird,
More eggs.
yeah, I don't know any more birds. Let's have y'all rise to your feet. Shake out the jitters you've been sitting for a little bit.
At the halfway
And let's
point.
welcome up my friend, the Eggman, and yours, Andrew with Echo Share!
Wish I had a beer first. Hey, how you doing? My name is Andrew Bliss, founder of EcoShell, and believe it or not, I'm able to transform eggshells into all sorts of plastic products. And all sorts of plastic products, and I don't even need magic trick to do it. I just need the technology I brought back home with me from Taiwan at the very perfect time. Now, why is it the perfect time? Brands right now are in a really tough position. They're faced with plastic reduction mandates coming down the pike in state after state and countries around the world. At the same time, there's growing consumer demand for eco-friendly products and eco-friendly packaging. However, the solutions are not ideal. Currently, only 8% of plastic is recycled worldwide, and bioplastics are prohibitively expensive. They make substandard goods, and due to their mismanaged end of life, provide no real carbon reduction. So, here is the billion-dollar question, literal billion-dollar question. How can brands and manufacturers quickly, easily, and affordably hit reduction targets and their own sustainability goals while providing legitimate and real plastic reduction? This is how. Our eggshell-derived biocalcium carbonate, which we pelletize and use not so much as a plastic filler, more as a plastic reducer. Seriously, this stuff is exciting. No, sorry. Now, For benefits for business, we're affordable. We make great quality products, and we're seamlessly integrated into their current manufacturing. Our eco benefits are amazing. We can reduce plastic up to 50%, reduce carbon over almost 70%. We're recyclable. We take an agricultural waste and make viable products out of it, helping brands tell a really great story. And if need be, we can make antibacterial products. Now, here's a look at our process. We partner with egg production companies and food production companies. They take the proteins, we get the shells, and do a little magic on it. Here's a look at the magic. As you can see, our process creates a very porous particle, which allows for more surface area for plastic polymers to bind to, which allows us to reduce as much plastic as we do. Applications abound. Since essentially, anything plastic, we can make an eco-friendly version of it. These pictures are not hypotheticals. These are all currently in market using our material. So having so many applications, our opportunity is just ginormous. So figuring out our tam-sam-sam was really difficult, but figuring in finally our supply of eggshell, we still came up with a sum of $800 million annually. Now, to realize our eggshell empire, we've got 4 distinct phases of growth. The first phase, we're going to establish distributorships across North America and Europe while providing OEM services to brands through my manufacturing network in Taiwan. Now, our revenue projection just for phase 1 is really exciting. We're looking at our first year to get revenue of about $1 million. By year 2, we'll profit $1 million. And by year 5, we're looking to profit around $30 million. And this is just for phase 1. This doesn't count our later phases that include B2B product development, entering the antibacterial market, and even setting up our own film blowing factory, which is all in later phases. So who are we to actually pull this off? Again, I'm Andrew. I'm the founder and CEO. And once we get really churning, I'll be moving on to product development, which I really love. Now, my right-hand man is Travis Lean. He's the patent holder, and he's on my team as the tech advisor, and he will lead us toward our own patent development and toward setting up manufacturing. Now, he's based in Taiwan, where I lived for 17 years, where I speak the language, and where I have a nice network of partner manufacturers already in place, and which currently and will probably remain tariff-free. Now, beyond that, I have a really strong collection of advisors because I really wanted a strong foundation to grow on top of because we've gotten some really extraordinary traction. I've gotten a little bit of investment from Keyhorse Capital, been involved in some competitive incubators, and we've had some great traction in China through the Asian distributors. So I already have clients like Google. We just need to copy and paste for the North American market. And even in North America, I've gotten some great traction. I've gotten a lot of multinationals already in material testing. And what's really exciting is companies such as Bosch and Samworth Brothers and Crocs, they're actually reaching out to me because they're looking for eggshell material, and I had the most viable product at the time. So with what we're looking for now is some investment. We need about $500,000 to give us 2 years runway. And, we're running out. So about 2 years runway, but I'm convinced with our material and the team I put together, we can make the world a much, much greener place. And that, wait, where's that? That is no yoke.
Thank you. That was great. Can you talk a little bit more about the science of it? Like,
Yeah.
what is it about the eggshell that makes this such a viable product? And is it like any eggshell, or is it specific? And like, what eggs are you sourcing?
Well, it's mostly it's any eggshell, but we do poultry eggs just because it's easier to scale up and we have more ready supply. We partner with the food production companies in Asia right now, so there's just a plentiful supply. We can do the same thing with oyster shells, but you can't scale up nearly as quickly. And again, there's a common filler in plastics called calcium carbonate, and this is just a bio form of it. But where they can reduce 5 or 10% of plastic, due to our method, we can reduce. I've got a bag with me right there that's 50% eggshell we're making for Dell and 50% recycled plastic. You can't do that with calcium carbonate.
Is anybody else doing this with eggs right now? I saw the patent. You have the patent on the whole.
Yeah. The patent, I got to admit, is not in my company's name. Patent holder is on my team, and we'll be developing our own patents. We're going to be doing some, developing some new materials here and getting patents in our name. But yeah, he is the only patent right now for using eggshell for plastic reduction.
Who owns the patent?
Travis Lean, my partner. And
Okay.
we're not, his company and mine are not legally connected. I'm his authorized and exclusive distributor for North America and Europe.
Okay. And what do poultry farmers do with the eggshells right now? I have no idea.
I don't know either, because we don't work with them. We work with like an egg beaters or the companies that use the yolks and the proteins and have no use for the eggshells. And actually, Travis, brilliant man that he is, he doesn't have the business mind. So I've already been approached by people here in North America to pay me to take their eggshells because it's an expensive, it's a hazardous waste in the EU. And it's expensive to remediate that and to get rid of them. So they'll pay people to take care of it, and we can repurpose that into a viable product.
Okay, thanks.
So today, the manufacturers, they landfill the eggs?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. And what types of plastics can this replace? I mean, in HDPE, PET, all of them?
Everything but PET. That's our one weakness because we can't make a transparent plastic. It'll be cloudy and it doesn't bond as well with those polymers. But all other plastics are good to go. And also from injection molding, blow molding, film blowing, calendaring, and thermoforming, it all works fine.
Okay, and so you blend the virgin resin with your material?
Well, what I'm trying to do is I don't want to introduce we work with clients that really have to use plastic. They don't have a way around it, but we want to help them mitigate that harm. So we're helping them find ways where they're not introducing any new plastic into the economy. So what we did is I convinced them, so we have a resin that will be 80% eggshell, and we bind that with the carrier plastic, but that's only going to be a recycled plastic. And the compounds we're using are only using recycled or ocean-bound plastic, so we're not introducing new plastics to the environment.
Okay, but you do blend it with
Yeah, it needs a carrier plastic,
okay.
yeah.
And then is it recyclable?
Yeah, we got our EN 13430 for recyclability at 25 loading and 30 loading. I don't know if this makes sense. We passed the float test, and also we passed the NIR sorting test.
Okay.
And we're certified to do that.
Okay.
I just want to do one more question real quick. I just want to go to the patent. So your partner has the patent.
Yeah.
And what's the company that he works for that has the patent?
Listen Green. When I lived in Taiwan, I started a consulting company. I helped him develop his product line and everything for the Asian market in English because his market was Japan and Korea. Then I convinced him finally to let me take it back home to North America, and that's where we're at now. And
is that other company doing the same thing in Asia or trying to do the same thing? Okay.
Right. So
are they far along or are they just starting?
Yeah, we've got, like that bag I can show you, we're making for Dell. Google is a client. We've got a lot of clients already. So if I could get a giant order tomorrow and be ready to go.
Okay. I think I'm still a little confused.
Okay.
So you're selling what to Dell?
That's not a good sign.
No, no, it's a great opportunity. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
The other company's making it, and your co-founder is you basically going to have the patent for the U.S. or North America.
I'll be licensing it for North America and Europe, correct?
Okay, got it.
Right, and then I can do whatever I want with it over here. We want to set up eggshell manufacture over here. I can make new. We're looking at making a new compound using sunflower seeds as a way to make it even more eco-friendly, and we can get a patent for that.
Got it. Thank you.
Sure.
And how is this better than just recycled plastic?
Well, like I said, only 8% of plastic worldwide gets recycled. And at the end of the day, all plastic needs to be either incinerated or thrown away. There's only so many times that you can recycle plastic. And that's where our solution really shines, because that's where we're taking 50% of that plastic that would otherwise go into microplastics. We're taking that out of the economy completely. At the end of life, we're a harmless substance that just is fine. It's a calcium, so it doesn't really hurt the earth or hurt anything about it. So I'm glad you brought that up, because at the end of life is where we really shine.
Right on. Great job.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
Mike doesn't work. I'm going to take over. I saw an opportunity.
I was really intrigued if you were going to drink the egg yolk.
I didn't work out today.
Okay, we got owl in the house. Well, great job. And again, guys, just as a reminder, the reason we do these events is to find the next Noras, Namekas, Andrews, and others to pitch here in this room. So whether you're a student, you're in the corporate world, we want you to be up here, and we hope that you see yourselves pitching as a future entrepreneur. So That said,
That said,
let's make sure that you go to awesomeinc.org/program and vote. Give these folks feedback as if you were going to be their potential customer or an investor. So, off my soapbox. All the power is yours.
oh, okay. Is there a slide? Yeah, see? Let me just.
I did. I jumped the gun.
Guys, Garrett, his mic's going out. He forgot to go forward. Just going to take this and run with it. I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to move on. Before we get into our fourth pitch of the evening, we're going to head back over to Trivia Kevin.
Here we go, front and center. Fourth trivia question of the night. Isabel, stand up. Riley, stand up.
Nice.
Everyone give it up for these two.
Yeah, these two. Woo!
I'm going to make him say the ABCs backwards and in Spanish. So here we go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you do that. But I am going to ask you this. What's the most trusted source of product and brand info after asking friends and family, of course? Our options are A, the packaging. Is it B, how many Oreo cookies it can hold? Very good test. I don't know if it's the right answer, but very good test. Is it C, their social media feed?
Ooh.
Or is it D, online reviews? What do we think?
I think it's D, online reviews.
She thinks it's D, online review. Are you sure? I'll give you a chance. It might be Oreos, she said.
It might be Oreos.
It might
That's a
be.
valid take, yeah.
But I'm going to take your first option, and she's going to go with D, and
Great
she would
job.
be correct.
Correct.
Awesome,
Awesome.
awesome,
They
awesome
Darn
job.
tootin'. That was great.
Yeah, they won their 60 minutes to main event. Jealous of all the winners tonight. All right, for the fourth time tonight, I'm going to ask you to get up and make some noise for our next pitch. Everybody, let's hear it for Ross with Share My Stars.
Ross, baby!
I headbutt you. It might hurt.
My name's Ross Hill, and I'm here tonight to talk to you guys about Show My Stars. So, in the last 12 months, raise your hands if in the last 12 months you've used ratings or reviews to make a purchasing decision. So, most of you. In fact, research suggests that 83% of people use online reviews in their purchasing selection. So, why is it, if we know reviews are important, that only 1% of over 200 Lexington-based businesses, and by the way, you could insert any city, show their reviews prominently on their website? We also know that websites that share their reviews prominently experience increases in performance of anywhere between 88% and 366%. So why don't they do it? Well, number one, up until now, it's been incredibly expensive, and you've a lot of times had to get your marketing agency involved. And number two, it hasn't been easy until now. Introducing Share My Stars. Share My Stars is an agentic SaaS platform designed to help businesses display reviews elegantly, increasing their conversion rates, collect more reviews, distribute the collection of reviews across multiple platforms, and optimize GEO, formerly SEO, through the use of rich content. So we have a lot of different ways to display reviews, but I'm going to show you one of the most popular. This is called the Trust widget. So the Trust widget lives in the bottom left-hand corner of this site. If you click on the Trust widget, by the way, this is fully customizable, shape, color, fonts, everything. It's going to open a review drawer. This review drawer is going to pull in reviews from multiple different platforms. It could be Google, it could be Yelp, Trustpilot, etc. It's going to share the reviews. It's going to show the pictures and videos from those reviews. It's also going to share your responses. The nice part about this is it doesn't take the browser on the website out of the shopping experience. It simply opens a drawer that you can close. So that's what it looks like for Share My Stars, but here's a few examples of what it looks like on other clients' websites. But also in addition to displaying reviews, we help our clients collect reviews. So here's an example of a platform distribution page. If you click thumbs up, it's going to take you to a platform like Google, Yelp, or Trustpilot. If you click thumbs down, it's going to take you to a private feedback page because we're helping our clients mitigate the amount of online public negative reviews. We also collect reviews directly from verified buyers. And we help businesses distribute their reviews across multiple platforms. In fact, you can connect any platform to Share My Stars to manage your reputation online. That's the goal. This is an example of our client dashboard. So because we have a short amount of time here tonight, I'm going to kind of talk about more of the technical details. In 2020, I was running 2 companies. I was running an e-commerce business that was doing in the 7 figures, and I was also running a digital marketing agency that had clients in over 60 different industries. And when we built the prototype for the Trust widget, which was that display widget we showed a few minutes ago, I had never seen such a quick and clear correlation between an increase in sales and the installation of a widget. And I knew back then that we had to create a platform to help business owners experience the same thing that we were experiencing. So we took our time, and in 2024, we launched with an influencer and a couple different agencies, and were quickly adopted around the globe with paying subscribers. In fact, our subscribers love us. So since in the last year, we've only had 13 people unsubscribe from our software, which represents much less than 1% of our total subscription base. The numbers that you see earlier come from a very large sample set of data for the 88% to 366% increase in performance. Share My Stars is led by myself, Ross Hill. I've been an entrepreneur specializing in digital marketing for the last 20 years. This will be my 9th venture. I've had 5 learning experiences and 3 relatively successful exits. My business partner is Ross Nordstrom. He's the CTO of an AI startup based in Maine, and he comes to the table with a ton of technical experience. So there are definitely competitors in this space. Some of them have millions of subscribers and thousands of employees, and they have no idea what's coming for them. With our full feature set, they're charging anywhere from $179 to almost $1,000 or more per month. We are charging $19 to $39 per month. Our current ACOS, just for any people interested in this, because I'm a marketing guy, to generate $240 in value, we spend about $24. As we go into high growth mode over the course of this year, with plans to expand into the tens of thousands of subscribers, we expect that to raise. There you go. Thank you so much.
Great job, Russ. Two quick questions. Your CTO is going to join the company?
He's already in the company.
I thought you said he was at a company in Maine.
So both of us, I actually run the marketing department at a corporation. I've always been self-employed except for the last 7 months.
Yeah.
So he's the CTO of a company, and I, do the marketing for a corporation here in town.
Got it. Customer acquisition strategy. What's the target size? These are small businesses, right? So are you using channel partners to sign up the businesses?
Yeah. So I manage many millions of dollars marketing budget for a corporation, and am very familiar with top of funnel all the way to the bottom of the funnel. So, for our growth this year, we're using strategic partnerships with influencers. We're using lots of different types of advertising. So, intent-based advertising, such as Google search, and then discovery ads, on Meta, TikTok, all those things.
Got it. And if you get funding, are you going to do this full time, or are you going to do both companies still?
I honestly, like I said, I've always been self-employed. I work directly with the CEO of the company that I'm at. I love what I'm doing. But yeah, eventually this is likely going to become what I do full time.
Got it. Thank you.
So this is a plugin that lives on the website, and are you pulling through APIs, sort of the reviews from all these other different sites? Exactly. Do they get it all prickly about that? Is that fair for you to pull from? And is it really just on a website basis ranking, or can you get product specific?
So yes, both website, brand, product specific. There's also different types of reviews. Like you might collect product reviews and then brand reviews, and use both of those in different areas of your website to benefit SEO. And then as far as APIs go, 100%. We have access, to Google, to Yelp. But when we first launched, that was a big fear of mine. I used to own a software company way back when, And I don't like, I mean, obviously, well, not obviously, we're doing reviews to help small business owners have more control over their own business, over their own reputation. And so we built scraping devices to be able to scrape this information so that we're not reliant on the APIs if, for whatever reason, we get kicked out of those.
Is that the agentic piece, and is that how you guys keep the cost so low?
So I added agentic in there because, you know, everyone's kind of throwing that around. You know, it's this piece of software can do something better than someone in your office can do. It's really designed to be something that you set up and it just manages your reputation and your reviews. It can be customized on the fly, but that's really why I put that in there, because it's an automated piece of software.
What are your recent trends on customer acquisition?
We acquire multiple customers every single day. I'm really looking for a strategic partner to kind of help pour gasoline on the fire that we've started. We have a cost of goods sold for a $19 subscription. Our cost of goods sold is around 5 cents, and we've been profitable for basically since the beginning.
Excellent. Ross kicking butt with Share My Stars. Woo! Man, I'll take the clicker. What are the chances? Are those prescription glasses? I should get some. You look like Tony Stark. All right. Well, that was great. Way to go, Ross. And then everyone rise to your feet real quickly. 7th inning stretch. We're about to head to the last pitch. Turn around a little bit.
Are you going to make them sit back down and stand back
Yeah,
up
sit back
again?
down, sit back down, sit back down. Just get the blood flowing, y'all. Get the blood flowing. You got to bring the fun for the last one.
I think he was just testing y'all's loyalty.
Yeah,
See if
I'm
you'd
testing
listen to
loyalty.
him.
This room, this part of the room is, I don't know, mine of their own with the ready. But, Jacqueline.
One last reminder.
One last reminder.
Actually, second to last reminder.
Second last reminder.
You're going to need to go to
awesomeinc.org/program
and give Ross a quick rating for Share My Stars.
Yes, please. Again, the feedback as if you were a customer and or investor. And they're actually jumping the gun. They found sweet Kevin over there lurking in the corner in the shadows. So
he's hiding back
we're
there.
just going to bounce over to
They
sweet
know me
Kevin.
well.
Yes.
They just know that I lurk in the shadows.
Yep.
We've had a lot of first-timers tonight. I'm here with my new friends. Amy's going to answer the trivia question, but if we could quickly tell everyone, just for scope, where all of you are traveling from. I think it's like Nicholasville, Harrodsburg, Kentucky.
Right on.
Lexington, Stanford. I mean, they're coming from
Connecticut.
far and wide
Yeah.
to be here tonight. So thank you.
Rolling deep with a squad. I like it.
And Amy, you're going to be our last contestant tonight. And Amy, what is a common reason for health insurance claim denials? Oreos, yeah. It's Oreos. It's Oreos.
Oh gosh, Nabisco.
Is it A, claim submission errors? Is it B, Kevin, not me because I'm
The
so
other
good
Kevin.
at it.
The
The
other
other Kevin
Kevin.
filled out the paperwork for you. Is it C, it's for the wrong patient? Or D, they just felt like it? I don't see Oreos up there, but that would have been a good option.
Feeling the D because a lot of times I think insurance companies just feel like it.
Yeah, burn insurance companies.
But my first name starts with an A, so I'm going to say A, claim submission errors.
She said A confidently, and I don't even need to ask her if she's sure because she would be
sure.
correct.
Nice. Way to go.
Well, thanks for traveling from far and wide. Crew back there, thanks for being here.
Well, I'm going to tell everyone to get back on their feet. Are you cool with that?
You know what? I think for one last time we can ask them that.
One last time, up on your feet. We're wrapping up tonight's Entrepreneurs. Make some noise for my friend. He drove from Paducah.
That's right.
Jawad with DataRovers.
All right.
Good evening, everyone. So, thanks for having us here. So today we're going to learn about one very important problem in healthcare. And before you're thinking that I'm going to bore you with a very boring topic for the next 5 minutes, let's get help from the audience. We're going to get help from the audience. Nathan is your name? Yeah. Oh, and our friend Nathan, he loves to ski. Park City, Utah, that's his favorite spot to ski. So he's out there with his friends. He wants to have a great time, but he also loves monster drinks. So before the runs, he get a lot of monsters and he hit the slopes. Maybe he got too many of them. So he felt that his heart racing. So like something wrong. His friends rushed him to the hospital. He gets there. They find like his heart is in an abnormal rhythm. Doctor gets there. He needs a sophisticated ablation procedure by an EP. He gets better, goes home. He's enjoying his time. Well, while he's enjoying his time, the hospital bills this insurance. And funny thing, insurance doesn't like it and they deny it. He doesn't know it. So the process is complicated, but what we think is how common it is to happen. We think not so much. Guess what? Here are the statistics. It is about 19% as of 2023 figures. And guess what? Even worse. Hospitals and healthcare systems, they rarely appeal that because the process is so cumbersome that it is so tedious for them to go through those 19% of denied healthcare insurance claims. So that's the problem that the insurers want hospitals to have. Well, guess what? We have some technology, so we try to solve this problem of tedious process of appealing a denied healthcare insurance claim. And how many in the audience have used ChatGPT? Everybody. So, perfect. So we know that. So ChatGPT is trained on internet data. What we did was we took a lot of documentation that will be needed for those appealing those claims. So here we see that. We loaded it with insurance policy documents. We loaded it with FDA approvals. So instead of internet data, on top of it, we have trained our LLM on the information that is needed to write those denial appeal letters. So here we see that once any healthcare system has a denied claim, this LLM does this process automatically for them, just like ChatGPT would write your emails for you. And let's see. You can ask it anything. What does this insurance want? It knows the answer. We have been building it, we keep on building it, and we keep it the most up to date as much as we can. So let's try to see it in action. Let's see. You ask it to write it. It will get all the information from the claim. It will put it in an appeal letter. It will get the policy insurance policy documentation, and it will put it on that paper. One paper, that's what insurance reads. On top of it, there are other things, forms, and a lot of things. It will do it for you. So we have been building it for a number of years, and we are at the point that we are at a POC with several revenue cycle management companies, hospitals, healthcare systems. So those are running for over 7 months now, and March 26th is our first day we're gonna be transitioning from it, POC, to a paid contract. Our business model is basically B2B at present, and we want to establish it as a technology company that feeds into other systems. All right. And that's how we are solving this problem. Thank you very much.
So me. Hello. Great job, very interesting. So just real quickly, in the example you gave with the Monster energy drink, I drank too much Red Bull, I think I'm having a heart attack, I get all these tests, and they say, oh, it wears off, I'm fine, I go home. the insurance company's denying the claim. So is the hospital your customer? Right, because I'm going to say, hey, I have insurance. Somebody should pay. Who's the customer?
Hospitals. Funny thing is, once the insurance claim is denied,
Uh-huh.
a lot of hospitals do not even have the manpower to fight it. So what they do is traditionally, they outsource it.
Yeah.
And they outsource it to different companies and tell them, like, whatever money you get back, we're going to pay you anywhere from 8% to 25% on what you recover.
Mm-hmm.
So our initial customers are those RCM companies, which, for example, the first one, First Source Global, that we are partnering with, they serve over 100 hospitals.
Yeah.
So this is our business strategy, first B2B. Second step, we're going to integrate it into electronic medical record systems.
Yeah.
And it will be directly available to all the hospitals themselves.
Okay, 2 other quick questions, because it's very interesting. I just forgot my question. I was trying to think of too many questions at once. I'll let my partner go, and then I'll come back.
Hello? So the data that you get, is it all public information data, or are you getting private data?
Yes, so a lot of what we have is pretty much all public data. However, we do recognize that a lot of that data is not available publicly. Plus, it's copyrighted. So not only that, we provide a baseline knowledge base to all of our customers. If you are, suppose, a customer, you have access to your own policy documents. We let you upload it. No technical knowledge needed. You plus sign, upload it. It's part of the knowledge base. It becomes part of that LLM then. And you can use it for your own purpose.
Okay. And then the data that you're going to get that's claim specific will have to come out of a revenue cycle manager. I mean, is there a challenge coming out of that getting that data?
So
I mean,
it's a very old technology. X12, that's what they use. So we have been playing with it. It's very easy. The only challenge that we have is those customers that are not using electronic format of it. Some of them are still on paper forms, but they are not our target customers. They're less than 5%.
Okay. And then, but I mean, every hospital will have a revenue cycle manager. They'll be on Epic or Cerner. And I mean, are you going to be able to get that data?
Oh, yes. So we have currently been working in Epic App Orchard to develop an app within Epic. It will automatically get all the clinical information, clinic notes, 835s, 837, that's the format used, ingest in it, part of it.
And then what will be your revenue model? Will it be SaaS or will it be percent of savings?
Yes. So current model is SaaS. We would really like it to be contingency based. We don't have leverage yet. We will have it in a year. So currently we are per user per month.
I remember my questions. So on the customers that you have that on March 26th are going to roll over, how is it going? What's your expectation of how many are going to sign up?
So they have given us green light. So they already have given us, and we have completed integration with their legacy systems. So they are using it for the past 4 months on a daily basis.
Okay.
We already see that huge productivity gains, at least double. What we don't have yet is the appeal success rate so far, which we will get it over a period of time. And plus, we're getting better and better at medical necessity denials, which are the most challenging aspect of it. And part of that is helped by the improvement with the new models that OpenAI have released. So the model capacity, as the technology on the back end improves, we get better.
Okay.
Best thing happened to us, DeepSeek pushed OpenAI to release newer models. It's getting very sophisticated.
Okay, one other quick question on the market. The 17% that get denied, what percent, what's the guesstimate on insurance claims that should be paid by the insurer that aren't? So I'm the consumer and I should actually have it covered.
Yeah. So there are studies published that say 50% of those denied claims are actually wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
So at least half of them.
What do you expect your margins to be with, having to have all this data and OpenAI and the language models? What is the...
good thing is, despite those pricier models, the margins the absolute value of each of these claims is very high. Some of those, that EP ablative claim that I mentioned, it's going to be about $30,000 to $40,000. It's not a trivial amount. So it makes sense for them to spend $5 to $10 per claim that. And our cost is marginal. Currently, it's about 80% if we are scaled. 80% margins on those.
Right on. Let's wrap it up, Jawad. Great job, my friend. I'll take that clicker. Thank you. Well, right on. Well, we're gonna keep things moving on. So, Brian, Emily, real quickly, judges, if you want to take them to deliberate for tonight's results, please feel free to do that.
Got a hard job ahead of him. Glad
They
I don't
hard
have
job.
to do that.
Yeah. The rest of us get to have a little fun. So we've said this enough times to go to awesomeinc.org/program. I almost said rating. Program. And again, here are a couple of things. So all of you all in the room, we are, again, hoping that you can see yourself appear as an entrepreneur. If you even have 1% interest of being an entrepreneur, having your own business, but all the feedback that every person in this room sends, we will send to these entrepreneurs by next week. So they're going to know, were they clear, concise, were they confusing, do you want to be a supporter? That's the feedback that this room gives them, and that is invaluable for the growth of their business.
And also, after you give all 5 pitches a quick rating, there's going to be one final question that us at Awesome Inc. we like to use to make sure we're giving you the best 5 across pitch competition we can.
The best. Okay. So by a noise meter, how have we enjoyed tonight? Okay.
Pretty good.
Nice. Okay. So one thing that our team wants to do is we want to help, again, equip the next generation of entrepreneurs. We have a really cool event coming up down the pipeline called Startup Weekend, and that'll be at Awesome Inc. on April 4th, 5th, and 6th. And so what this is a really easy entry point for anybody in the community. You can be a student, you can be a corporate professional, you can be retired, it doesn't matter. And this is going to be an avenue for you to finally bring out all of your great ideas, the things you think about in the shower, you think about when you're driving to work, you think about when you're whatever. And we have people that pitch these ideas, turn them into businesses, and we've had people go from startup weekends to pitch on this stage, and a few that have been acquired. And my buddy Khalil, I'm not going to point you out, he's over here. My friend made a really cool business last year, and I think he might pitch this year. So talk to him about his experience, but we'll get you fed from a lot of local businesses. And again, just growing and putting effort into Kentucky's
Marathon
ecosystem.
weekend of startup and entrepreneurship.
So
it's great.
Yeah. Show up. It'll be great.
And while I have your attention, before we do a couple-minute break while the judges deliberate and do their hard job, I'm going to go ahead and let you know about our next 5 Across Pitch competition is in April. It's on a Wednesday, of course. April 23rd. Go ahead and scan for a free ticket. This is the next one coming up, and that one is at Lyric Theater, I believe. I believe I'm correct on that. So it's a change of venue, a change of 5 pitches, new judges, but still the same amount of fun and more prize money to give out and more support of startups. It's a win-win, win-win, win.
Win-win-win. Okay. All right, y'all. Real quickly, we have one urgent announcement. If you have a white Ford Focus, I'm just kidding. We don't do that. So
you got me. I was like, we do.
That's actually kind of funny.
That was great.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. The judges are deliberating. They're going to think and decide which one of these entrepreneurs is going home with the cash and solidifying their place in the December 5 Across Finals. Everyone say 5 Across Finals.
5 Across Finals.
That's great, because you're all going to be there.
That's right.
And it's going to be epic.
See
That's
all
right.
These spaces.
Look at the Chase team. They're encouraging us on.
Pictures.
It's great.
I'm going to see you and you.
And
oh,
you
you're
and
looking
you.
at me. You back there with the hat on, sir. Yes, you.
That's right.
We're going to see all of them back there in December.
So the goal in the next about 10 to 12 minutes before we give results, don't be lame and rush out of here. You want to hear the winner. I'm going to challenge all of you. Come talk to these folks. They're the stars, the MVPs for tonight. We want them to know that they're encouraged and that somebody in this room wants to pick their brains. If you're a corporate professional, see how you can support them. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, these are the people you need to talk with tonight. So everyone, we're all going to rise out of our seats. We're going to get our belongings. We're going to head out to the bar. If there's extra food, grab it. If there's drinks, get them, and we will give
You're going to see
announcements.
a similar stage set up on the other side, and that's where we're going to be reconvening in less than 10 minutes.
Well, while we are waiting, y'all, we have a couple quick announcements. Just want to make you aware of what's going on here. So all of these events could not take place again, to support Kentucky entrepreneurs without phenomenal companies that are very generous, supportive of the work that we get to do, and more importantly, these wonderful folks. So thanks to our title sponsor for all 2025, Kinetic, who is super pro entrepreneurs, so give them a nice round of applause. And then for tonight's presenting sponsor, Craft and Care Dental, keep them pearly whites shining. So thank you again to wonderful companies that are supporting the great work that we get to do tonight. So, JB, you have something else.
I do. Let me get my phone out.
I like this.
That's
I like
where
this.
the information is. All right. So at the beginning of the show, I mentioned that you guys here now are official startup supporters. Thank you so much for being present. We can't wait to see every single one of your faces in April, and then also again in June, and then also every event you guys come to and you check in, it gets you entered to win that $500 cash prize at the biggest pitch competition or entrepreneur event in Kentucky in December. We're gonna hit that 800, we're gonna sell out. You're gonna wanna be in that room before we start turning people away. No,
That's right.
And we're still available.
What's that event called?
That is Five Across Finals.
Everyone say Five Across Finals. That's right.
All right, and I promised you guys that we were gonna be giving away $50 tonight. Again, for you being an official startup supporter, and right now I'm gonna give away that $50. Are you guys ready?
Give me a light little drum roll. A light little drum roll.
All right, you gotta be present to win. So let's see if Marissa Coolbear is here.
Marissa, going once? Yeah. Wait for real? Come on up, Marissa. Give a round of applause for Marissa. Please. Wait. The thing is, this is great. This is your friend. Okay. My friend. I know.
Marissa gets a check.
Wow.
Billy's best friend. So Billy is our mascot. Billionaire status in the startup world is a unicorn. So if you didn't know, that's why we have a unicorn mascot, and his name is Billy. And you are now officially February's Billy's best friend.
Way to go. Awesome, congratulations. Well, speaking of supporters, I'm gonna have all the entrepreneurs come on stage. Jacqueline's gonna help you form a nice little U. So again, with everything that we do with the Five Across event series, our goal is that we want to support local entrepreneurs, support small businesses, and help you make the choice to grow these businesses that are based here in Kentucky, and also encourage and find the next U's to be up here. So we want to again encourage you to support Honora, Nemeka, Andrew, Ross, and Jawad. So talk to them if you haven't. Find a way to support them. But this is a competition, right? Oh yeah, this is a competition, right? Okay, so let's find out who tonight's first winner is. So all of y'all voted at awesomeinc.org/program. So we're gonna find who is taking home the crowd favorite prize after we say again the Five Across Finals, but we'll have this QR code up at the end. But we'll keep moving on. So tonight's crowd favorite, with a nice drum roll from the audience, goes to the one, the only, Andrew and Nico Shell. He was Ross' favorite pitch tonight. Andrew, come take a nice quick little bow, my friend. There we go. The people loved you. The people loved you. Awesome. Well, great job, Andrew. Crowd favorites. And next up, we have the second place winner. A little bit louder of a drum roll, please, to find out who's tonight's second place winner. And that individual is Ross with Share My Stars. Way to go, Ross. Fantastic job, my friends. Fantastic job. Okay. And here we come to the end of the evening. I need the crowd to fall to a hush because we are experiencing history. The crowd's gonna fall to a hush for about 10 seconds. Tonight, you're gonna see the first entrepreneur who gets the golden ticket to December's finals event, not plural, event. So I want everyone, max volume, 100%. The man on the main event face is shaking as we find out who is going to December. So the crowd is giving an uproar. Come on, let's make some noise for tonight. And the February winner goes to Jawad. why Jawad was chosen for tonight.
I'd like the other founders to just come up close to me here also. So just some insight from the judges. And we're looking at this, we're sort of giving guidance to look at, hey, what would you invest in based on a whole bunch of criteria. And with DataRovers, no surprise that AI is sort of super disruptive, and the market that I'm sorry, your first name one more time. Jawad. The market Jawad is attacking is a very big problem. Certainly, unstructured data in the insurance industry is a huge issue, and we just felt I should have prefaced everything that 5 strong presentations is why I wanted these folks to come up here and be close to the front stage. But coming back to DataRovers, we just felt like the upside opportunity and the fact that a lot of his current customers are about to go into paid mode in a few weeks just had it eke out above. It was a very tough competition, great presentations, all 5 of them today. So that's why. And then what I wanted to just spend a little time on, and part of the reason you're all here, it's really easy to sit here and judge. It's really easy to sit here and watch. It's very courageous, 1, to start a company, and 2, to give a presentation like this in a short amount of time. It's very hard for us to judge because they've spent their whole sort of lives over the last few years building this, and they had 5 minutes, and we're supposed to, figure everything out by then. So I would look at the results somewhat subjectively. All the judges wish all 5 of you super success, and I'll comment because I think it's worthwhile in deference to the audience that picked EcoShell. We love the EcoShell, and I think just when you're thinking about it from an investment perspective, again, we wish you nothing but success, but we felt like that technology was already developed elsewhere, so it's more of an execution play, still be very lucrative, but that was sort of a differentiator for our ranking. And again, if you looked at the scores, they were very, very close. So that's it.
Dan, can we have you give the mic to Jawad real quickly? Just give a recap on tonight, your experience, and what you're excited for moving forward.
Thank you everyone for your support. Well, I wasn't expecting this kind of energy. I was probably the most boring person in the hall, and thank you for pumping it up. And I have attended a few pitch competitions. This is by far the most vibrant and exciting. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, that's it for tonight, y'all.
Real quick, if you are one of these people, come find me and I've got a prize for you. Emma Newton, Mohandas Kanan, Nathan Kinman, Brennan Adams, and Jonathan Pearson. Those are the first 5 people to register for the Five Across Finals. Come find me. Yes, Emma Newton, Mohandas Kanan, Nathan Kinman, Brennan Adams, and Jonathan Pearson. Come find me, people.
Tonight, guys. We can't wait to see you back at Lyric Theater in April.